Craig, thank you so much for joining me today. I know that you guys have been up to a lot. And what's interesting to me, so we speak to a number of firm owners in different practice areas, each with their own unique challenges. But on the criminal defense side, how have the past couple months, maybe 2-3 months, been for you guys?
Well, we've been busier than ever, and basically we've been restructuring our business, implementing some new core values, trying to reflect on why we are, how we got to where we're at. But in addition to that, we've kind of doubled down on the marketing. We saw that all of our, a lot of other competitors were going fishing and off on vacations, and we saw it as an opportunity to, get some advertising out there, get out in the community and help our community and move our business forward during the pandemic.
Now, when this first hit, say I think late February, early March, one could argue, especially on the criminal defense side, when you're basically closing down the bars and restaurants, you're not seeing as many, let's say, DUIs, things like that. I mean, I imagine you had concerns, but when you say you guys have been busier than ever, what have been some of the changes that you've made and perhaps some of the pivots that have resulted in this being a busy time for you?
I think it was just staying visible. And then people would call us. I mean, we're getting different kind of cases now. We used to get DWIs and drug cases and things like that. Now we're getting more fraud cases. People are desperate, and we're starting to see just a different type of case, more federal cases calling. But this week in Texas, the bars reopened, so we're expecting things to go back to normal now. So, but for the last 3 months, it's been tough. I mean, you'll have really good weeks, and you'll have 2 weeks where there's nothing going on. So,
how has that been? From a team standpoint, I know you mentioned you guys were reworking some of the core values. I guess talk to me about that.
Yeah. So right before this hit, I think it was the week before, your wife and Audrey came down to do our print assessment with the whole team, the entire firm. And then the next week, all of a sudden, we're all working from home. But that was kind of transformative for us because we did the print assessment, and then we moved into this crazy unknown atmosphere to where we're all working from home. Nobody knows if they're going to have a job the next month, especially the staff. And but we used what we learned from the print assessment and moved it into what are our real core values? Why do we love working here? Why do we do what we do? And we built off of that. And I'll tell you what, we became closer as a law firm during these last 3 months than we have ever been. We communicate with each other. We have daily meetings. And we really feel like a family now. I look back now and I think about February, and I don't think we were as close as we are now.
Was there, I guess from a specific standpoint, was there like a particular core value that you guys added that was as a result of this reflection that you did?
Hustle. That was a big one.
Yeah.
And I actually got a picture I'll have to send you. It's made off the 50 Cent, his new book.
Yep.
I don't know if you've seen that, but we have a cool picture. Audrey has it, but hustles. Let's hustle. Let's not stay in bed till 10 a.m. Let's get up and start working. I know you're at home, you're in your pajamas. Let's work harder than we were before, and let's try to be relevant in the times that we're in. So
now, as I'm sure you're aware, not every law firm and not every firm owner has responded in this way over the last 3 months. What do you think is different about you and in your team that kind of led to this very proactive response?
I think we were all scared, and being scared meant, well, what do we do? Do we quit or do we keep going? And that's where that hustle aspect came in. Let's not sit on our butt. Let's hustle. Let's get out there. I was giving out face masks to police officers, and I'm normally crushing them on the witness stand, and they were like a little apprehensive. They were like, why are you giving us face masks? Or, why are you doing this for us? And I was like, no, you guys protect me also. And I felt concerned that you guys, they asked the governor for face masks and they couldn't get them. And so I had access to it through one of my my clients, and we got them for them. So that it's just getting out there and finding things to do, staying relevant, and getting out in the community. So.
Yeah, it sounds like even though at the time when you guys were first scared, that you were still working on like building towards the long term, because I know that. I believe you guys launched the web series. There's the office expansion. You were hiring, and you revamped the hiring process probably at a time where many people were pulling back and either laying off team members or furloughing them. What about it led to you actually doubling down in the firm?
Well, because we're going to come out the other side of this. And we started this whole business process of expanding our business and wanting to grow back in January. And so, yeah, it's scary, spending more money on marketing, hiring new people during a pandemic. People thought I was crazy. But you know what happened? We're hiring a marketing director, an intake marketing director, and we've got better candidates now than we've ever had. We put a little bit of a hold on it to wait and see what came in. And in the last 4 weeks, we're getting these impeccable candidates.
What's been the biggest lesson that you guys have learned just over the last 3 months?
Probably, even when you're at your darkest, lowest point as a team, as a firm, you got to come together and you got to move on, and you got to be prepared to come out the other side, because this thing's not going to last forever. And we decided as a team that we were going to get up every morning. We were going to get dressed. We were going to go on Zoom calls, video on, and we were doing team meetings every morning and every afternoon. We've never done that before, but we wanted to come together, hold each other accountable. And it wasn't just me doing it. It was the entire team, everybody, all the lawyers, the staff, the paralegals, everybody came together and we're committed to this. And now we're seeing the fruits. We're getting our phones are ringing off the hook now.
Good for you guys. Are there, I imagine there's going to be, aspects that you've implemented during this time that you'll keep even, as you come out of this.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we're just a different firm now. This thing happened to us, and we, obviously we were all scared, but we came out a better team. We're closer now. We know each other better now. Matter of fact, there's an intern that's a college student at Texas A&M that works for us part-time. We didn't even know what his voice sounded like. And now he's talking all the time, and he's part of the team. He's helping us make decisions. And this was a good thing for us. It really was. And I know everybody, there's a lot of sad things that happened with this pandemic, but it turned into a positive for our firm. So,
yeah. Now, would it be unreasonable to say that this experience, this catalyst of an experience, would actually lead to having a more successful year than had it not happened?
Oh, I think so. Yeah. I think we're going to come back strong. And when everybody else was giving up and nobody was doing the marketing, everybody was shutting down their SEOs and their ads on Facebook and Instagram, we doubled down, and we spent more money, and we got ourselves out there. We shot a new commercial, put it on social media. And I think we had one, I think when we gave the face mask away, we had the news did a piece on it. And the piece actually got something like 4,000 likes on Facebook and 300 shares. And we've never gotten any that kind of response on social media. And then the video that you did for us recently, we've gotten so much traction on that. Just kind of telling everybody we're here, we're still working. A lot of lawyers aren't working. A lot of lawyers are sitting at home in their boxer shorts and their little suit, but they got the boxer shorts underneath, and they're not working. They're just doing these Zoom hearings, and then they go back to fishing or whatever else they want to do. And we didn't do that. We stayed on top of things and we hustled. So.
Yeah, and you got no boxer shorts underneath this.
No. It's a full suit right here.
Right. So I guess then let's say to the firm owner who's watching this, right? And you guys got started 3 months ago, basically, over 90 days ago, and we're able to really build this momentum. What would you say to them? Do you believe it's too late to kind of get in the game and start making these changes if you haven't already started?
I don't think it is. I mean, our courts are slowly reopening, so I think there's still some downtime that we have. This is the only day I'll be in court this week, and it'll be via Zoom. Next week, I actually go to court for the first time in 3 months for a hearing. But we're slowly reopening. There's still time because a lot of lawyers I've talked to say I'm bored. I don't know what to do. I'm bored. I'm like, well, I'm not bored. I'm working more hours than I was before this thing happened. So this is just a great time to work on your business, work on your marketing, become a team with the family that's in your firm. And we've taken advantage of that. And I think there's still some time. I mean, I don't think the courts are really going to be reopened here in Texas until July, full time, maybe even August. So. Well,
Craig, good for you guys. That's all I have to say. Just for stepping up in this way. Like, making the tough calls and ultimately now reaping the rewards from that. Because I know when we were having these conversations 3 months ago, we were getting feedback like, how can you talk about, doubling down at a time like this? How insensitive, we've got coronavirus out there in the news and the media, and there was a small percentage of business owners in the nation that were using that time to build and have now kind of, started to see momentum from that. So it's great.
I thought you were crazy when you said it.
Yeah.
I thought you were crazy.
I don't blame you.
And then I slept on it, and I woke up the next morning and I said, you know what? It's time to make some moves. Let's do it. And you motivated me on that. And then in conjunction with Audrey just pushing me week after week after week. So I have to thank you for all of this. And because you were the one that said the craziest thing I'd ever heard. I thought, man, we got to cut back. We've got to trim our budget down. No, I listened to you. I slept on it. Woke up the next morning, and we doubled down. We hired, and we're coming out this thing better on the other side.
Awesome, Craig. Thank you very much. Pleasure speaking with you. Thank you for sharing these insights.